Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 13 of Fly Together, brought to you by Most 529, Missouri's Education Savings Plan, our partner on the show. And you can learn all about them right now at MissouriMost.org. I'm Andrew Buchbinder. We're here in the home dugout at Hammons Field. This is going to be our final episode of Fly Together, at least for a little while. We're going to take a break now that sports are back on TV. But want to say a big thank you to you, to everybody out there tuning in this evening and also tuning in throughout the past 3 months and supporting the show. We've got a great episode to close things out. We've got Dan Ryder for more stuff under Dan's desk. Brand new batch of Dan's stuff to give away this evening. Also want to say congratulations to Rich Dameron, our longtime member here at the ballpark and winner of last week's stuff from under Dan's desk. So Rich, we'll send you a message here on Facebook in just a bit. Also on tonight's show, Alex FaGalde, Cardinals starting pitcher from last year's team, joins us for Bird Bites, presented by American National. Regina Norris dusts off an old installment of Mercy's Dance Battle Royale from here at the ballpark from last year. And Derek Edwards has this week's Ryan Lawn and Tree Grounds Crew Yard Tip. To kick everything off, though, we bring on our good buddy from the Missouri Lottery, Marty Zuniga, joining us next. We continue along in Fly Together, brought to you by Most 529, with a very special guest from the Missouri Lottery. Joining us here on the show is Marty Zuniga. And Marty, first and foremost, thanks so much for finding some time in your busy schedule to join us. And you guys have been a great partner of ours here at the ballpark for years and years. How's everybody with the lottery doing? Are you guys hanging in there right now?
We are. First of all, thanks for having us and allowing us to be part of this interview today. Everything's going well here. Everyone's staying healthy, being safe, following our protocols. We just recently reopened our offices to our players so they can come in to claim their winnings. We definitely want to make sure people get paid when they win. So if you win over $600, you have to come to one of our regional offices. We have one in Jeff City, obviously our headquarters, St. Louis, that's where I am based currently, Kansas City, and then we also have one there in Springfield where you all are. So hopefully some of your fans will be visiting us soon one day when they win big.
Yeah, that's fun. I didn't realize that there was that threshold where you get to go pick it up in person. But I bet that's kind of a neat thing to have winners be stopping by, and I bet you guys get to see a lot of happy folks.
We do. We give away enough money in winnings that we could fill the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis. If you think about how big that is, where the Rams used to play. We could fill that dome twice a day with the number of winners in this state that win. So we give out little over $2 million a day in winnings, and that's everything from a dollar ticket to a top prize.
Wow, that is awesome. And we've had Missouri Lottery nights here for years, where obviously you guys always bring down some scratchers and some fun stuff to distribute. Right now, we've had to get creative, and we appreciate you guys getting creative with us. We've got a couple programs running with the lottery. One is Into the Vault, which I'm sure everybody out there has seen on our social media. And we're going to start giving away some really cool Missouri Lottery prize packs that you guys have provided to us, to folks on social media. Another one that is yet to be announced but is on deck here is our brand new Missouri Lottery Teacher of the Month program. And since we've got you, even though we haven't sent out all the details yet, I wonder if you could kind of give us a sneak peek of Teacher of the Month and what we'll be doing with you guys.
Sure. So this is a way for us to recognize our public educators, public school educators who are taking care of our students. And as we get ready to enter the new virtual school year for many students, this is one way to acknowledge those educators for their hard work and their services, not only during this time, but just in general. They are definitely the folks who are, teaching our kids and our fellow students. And one way this program does that is allows folks to nominate a school teacher, a public school teacher of their choice, to be selected as the Teacher of the Month. And we'll recognize them on social media. They'll get a fun little prize pack from us here at the lottery. And then once we go back to a traditional baseball season in 2021, hopefully with you all, we'll recognize those teachers at the stadium. We'll get the opportunity and the honor to throw out the first pitch, brings them family and friends to watch them during that moment, and then also enjoy the game. So just something small, but a fun way to recognize those public school teachers, because that's what the Missouri Lottery is all about. That's what we were created to raise funds for public education here in the state.
Well, and just sort of an incredible history too, that I wonder if you could kind of touch on a little bit. I mean, it's been 34 years, I believe, right? 1986.
Yes.
And since then, you guys have raised over $6.5 billion in support for education. Is that right?
That's correct. Just this fiscal year passed, the state's fiscal year is not on the calendar year as most people would imagine. So the state's fiscal year starts July 1st and goes through June 30th. So literally about a month ago, we closed our books and started a new year. And so when we closed the books, we returned $333 million to the state from our players. And so thank our players for that. And that will definitely go to help the students here in the state of Missouri. And we fund several different programs. And if you go to our website, molottery.com, and then you can click on where the money goes, and then you can actually click on Greene County, where Springfield is, and you can see the programs that we fund and how much money from the lottery proceeds go to those programs in your county that we fund. And you'll notice we fund a lot of what happens there with the public university. When I went to school there, it was SMS. I forget what it's now, MSU now, right?
MSU, yeah.
So my old alma mater, but we built one of the buildings there with lottery funding. And so I encourage your fans to go to our website and look at that. And, everyone always says, well, if we do so much for public education, why is there always seems to be a shortage of funding? And this is my response to that is, our money, we're only 4% of the entire budget that is funding public education in the state. So we're just a little bit on the top. And so when we send that money over, the $333 million, it gets dedicated to these various 16 to 18 different programs. And then it's up to the legislator and the elected officials that you send to Jefferson City on how they appropriate those dollars to those funds. So I can tell you it does go there, and we do our part. And then we rely on those people in Jefferson City to make sure the funding goes to those programs. But so we thank our players. Obviously, we're here to, we want people to win money, but we also think about the good causes that we do. And those are the students of the state of Missouri.
Yeah, and that's kind of incredible when you think about $330 million. That is a tremendous amount of money, obviously. But that, equating to 4% just puts in perspective a little bit of the amount of money it takes to run a public school system through a state. I did see, and Marty, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but on your guys' website, 66% of virtual school funding last year came from the lottery. I mean, that is a very timely, as we're about to embark on a school year like none other, kind of a timely and awesome amount of a real, of a very needed service right now, being in large part funded from the Missouri Lottery and from all the support you guys get.
That's correct, and I'm sure you'll probably see some allocation this next time around. That funding will probably increase for that program. One of the other things that we fund that your fans may know a lot about is if they have high school students is the A+ program. So we fund about 90% of that program that allows kids to go to a local tech school or junior college for 2 years for free if they do they meet the criteria to do that in the program. And I actually partaked in that when I was in high school. So I'm on that, and I'm now seeing those dollars at work, and here I am helping create those dollars. So it's gone full circle with that. So another thing fun too to do on our website is you not only can you see where the money goes, but you can see where people are winning. Everyone always says no one wins where I live. Well, you can also look up by county, you can look up Greene County there, and you can actually click and see who's winning where and at what stores. So you can see the lucky stores there in Springfield and in the surrounding counties as well. So you can kind of map out where you think you should buy your next ticket, even though it's completely random. I'm not saying there's a certain store, but you can see that who's winning and where they're winning. So yes, your neighbors are definitely winning some money. So
yeah. Very cool. And all of the info, obviously, at molottery.com. And I wonder if you would, if anybody's watching that maybe hasn't played some of your games or isn't overly experienced, but is watching this and realizing all the good that you guys do through the state and wants to get involved. Could you give us an overview of some of the different games that you guys have and some of the different programs that you guys have?
Sure. So a couple different opportunities. There's all different types of players. Obviously, there's the dreamers, as we like to call them, who are the folks that buy the tickets when the jackpot gets really high. And it's funny with these giant jackpots we've had over the past couple of years, where it got to $1 billion and stuff. It's people, it's called jackpot fatigue. They're like, they don't want to win $500 million anymore. They want $1 billion, and it's like, I'll just take one, but I can't play. So. So we still like to encourage folks, make sure you still play when you can, and don't overplay. Play responsibly. It only takes $2 to play a Powerball or Mega Millions, or $1 if you play our Lotto game, which is our in-state game of 6 numbers and so forth. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. Obviously, our most popular is the scratcher tickets, where you can dream about scratching off and winning some money and having fun. So a little bit of different games for everyone. And one thing I do want to mention is we have 2 great programs here. Our loyalty program, just like everyone else who has a loyalty program where you may shop at your favorite store. If you buy a lottery ticket and you don't win, you can sign up for our loyalty program via your PC or via an app on your phone. And you can scan that ticket with your phone with the camera, and it'll enter it for points. And so then you can earn points to get various different prizes, and then enter contests to win some great contests where you can win trips and products, and you could win great experiences that money can't buy. And so we definitely encourage folks to do that. It gives a little extra value to your ticket. And then the other thing is our app itself. And so we have just released a new version of our app on both Google Play and in the Apple Store. That allows folks, you can scan your tickets to see if they're winners. So you can know right away if you don't recognize the ticket or you're not matching your numbers correctly. You can use your phone to scan the ticket. You can enter it for your points for prizes. You can see where your closest retailer is. You can check the numbers if you're not sure if your numbers were drawn the night before. So it's a great tool to have on your phone, and we encourage folks to download the app and then also sign up for the loyalty program.
Yeah, so many ways to win.
Yes.
Even if you don't win on the ticket, you can accrue points, and it ends up paying you back in time. So just an awesome program. Missouri Lottery is fantastic all the way around. Of course, all the support for education in the state of Missouri as well. And we just appreciate all of your guys' support of Cardinals baseball, in addition to education in our state, and look forward to getting these social media programs running with you guys here in the next week or so. Yes, and
we look forward to working with you all again when we can play some baseball in person. I'm looking forward to that. I do miss it.
Sounds good. We can't wait either. Well, Marty Zuniga with the Missouri Lottery. Marty, thank you so much to you and your entire team. We love the partnership and can't wait to see you at the ballpark.
Same here. Thank you guys so much.
Many parents teach their kids to play catch, and once they learn, it's a skill they'll never lose. It's kind of like a Missouri Most 529 education plan, the investment account designed to help you save for your child's school expenses. It's not a use it or lose it scenario, it's always your money. A Most 529 doesn't have an age limit or timetable, so whenever they're ready for college, trade school, or grad school, it will be there. If they don't need it, you can change the beneficiary to another qualifying family member. It's that easy. Catch up on the other reasons to start saving at MissouriMost.com/529facts.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Regina Norris, and this is We Love Our Fans. We are especially missing you all at the ballpark, so we wanted to bring a piece of the ballpark to your home screens. So join us in watching Mercy's Dance Battle Royale.
All right, fans, it's time for Dance Battle Royale, brought to you by Mercy. Here's Jay Foch.
And getting our contestants ready for this Dance Battle Royale, all brought to you by Mercy. We have contestant 1 over here. Mom and son contestant tonight. So let's go. Mom's up first.
3.
Let's find out what she's dancing to.
1.
All right. The Shimmer. Very nice, Mom. You like it what you see, Cardinal fans? Let her know. A couple of you. Very nice. Thank you. All right, contestant number 2. Here we go. Dance Battle Royale.
1.
Here we go. Oh, get after it, man. Yeah. Get after it. Oh, yeah. Nice work. Time's up. By a round of applause, Cardinal fans, who do you think should win? Is it Mom, contestant number 1? How about Son, contestant number 2? Big round of applause for our winner, all brought to you by Mercy for the Dance Battle Royale.
Thanks for watching Mercy's Dance Battle Royale. We miss seeing you guys around the ballpark and hope to see you soon.
We continue along on Fly Together, brought to you by Most 529 with a brand new installment of Bird Bites presented by American National. This week, we catch up with Cardinals starting pitcher from 2019, Alex FaGalde, all the way from California. Well, I've got a brand new edition of Bird Bites presented by American National. And this week, we're joined by Cardinal starting pitcher from last year's club, Alex FaGalde. Joining us from what I presume, at least, is a sunny Los Angeles. Alex, how's it going?
Very sunny. It's good. It's nice and warm. Cooled off a little. I think it's around 90, 95 today, so not too bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Do you have the breeze coming in off the water?
I'm right on the other side of the hill, so not so much, but you get a little valley breeze every now and then.
Yeah,
cools off
the valley breeze. What was that? When I was in Bakersfield, it's like the Central Valley. Is it Central Valley fever? Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. The Central Valley is, man, it's hot.
You're from Sacramento originally, right? In that area?
Yep, Sacramento area, El Dorado Hills, about 25 minutes up the hill. So
yeah. So how does that heat compare to LA heat? Is it pretty similar? Or?
Pretty similar, honestly. It's a little colder in the winter, I think, back home. But yeah, I mean, it gets over 100 either way. So,
do you have any celebrity neighbors?
Not that I know of. I'm sure I do, but not that I go and visit them too much.
Right. Not yet.
Yeah.
You don't have one of the maps that you're like driving around the neighborhood.
Yeah, no tour bus for me. One of those TMZ buses you see every now and then. No.
Yeah, you can tell that neither Matt nor I are from California.
No.
We're asking all the wrong questions.
No, you're good.
Cool. So, hey, we've got 10 hard-hitting, just like top journalistic questions here for you. So if you're ready,
cool.
We'll start Bird Bites.
Fire away. Let's see.
You were going to run a marathon tomorrow. I don't know why you would, but if you were going to, how many miles do you think you could just rip off right now?
Wow. 26.2 would be a bold statement, right? Probably shouldn't say that. I'll go in like that 5 to 10 range. Okay. I think after that it'd be more of a walk. Yeah. I don't think I could do more than that.
Well, that's pretty good. I think 5 to 10, mine might be more of a stumble after that than a walk. So if you're still walking after 10, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be, but that'd be my guess.
Which MLB stadium, besides Busch, of course, have you dreamt about playing in the most?
Ooh, that's tough. There's so many. I grew up watching, a lot of the Giants games, being a NorCal guy. So I've been to AT&T a good amount. I enjoy that park. And then there's the historical ones, Wrigley, Fenway. If you perform on those kind of fields, then, what else is there? So, yeah, Busch is still number one, though.
All right. Good answer. Okay, so this could be any level of school, but what was your best subject academically at any point in school?
I'd say math. It was more like, the time sheets. I don't know if you guys remember those 100 questions, do them as fast as you can.
Sure.
I was always pretty good at those, but going through college and doing the business econ route, there was only so much calculus I could do. So I definitely hit my wall there. But
Did you ascend to like AP level math in high school?
I did take some stats. That was about it though. Yeah.
Nice.
I wasn't,
Yeah, I did.
too far
I
up and
did
above.
AP Econ in high school, and I tell everyone I got a 4 on the test, but actually I got 2 2s. But if you had
Nice.
it-
There you go.
then I got a
Simple
4.
addition. That's a 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that is good math.
Right. It's your addition tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It lost me when like we started working in cosine and sine, and I was
Mhm.
okay with math when it was numbers, but we started to get words in the mix, and then I was out.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask me about cosines right now. I got nothing for you.
All right. What's your favorite meal that your mom or I suppose your dad makes?
Ooh. That's a tough one. I would say for family parties, she's pretty well known for her potato puff. It's kind of stirred all up and it goes into the oven, comes out real fluffy, and it's just amazing. You gotta try it. If I'm ever back in Springfield and she's visiting, I'll try and convince her. It's pretty good stuff.
Please do.
Yeah.
So is it like it's like the insides of a baked potato kind of that you put in the oven and then it?
Yeah, so you skin it all off, you chop them up, cook them chopped, and then it's mashed, and literally like an egg beater beats the whole thing up. Cream cheese. I don't think I want to give away our whole recipe,
Sure.
but there's some things that go in there, cooks again, and it comes out so fluffy and golden. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
potato puff.
Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect segue to our next question. If you're a starting pitcher, so on a game day, you're on the mound, what is your go-to pregame meal? I'm assuming it's not potato puff. It would be a little hard to get out there on the mound after potato puff for me, at least. But what do you go to before a start?
I usually keep it pretty light. I go for a big breakfast, eggs, bacon, toast, whatever I can get my hands on. And then pregame, I keep it pretty light, fruit, salad, maybe a quick sandwich or something like that. But I'm not really, I don't have like a set meal or big ritual there or anything. I always kind of like taking the mound a little bit hungry. I don't know why. That might sound weird, but I think it's just that like primitive impulse once you get out there,
I like that. And you know what? You work quickly too. You're a fast worker, which every broadcaster under the sun appreciates. And maybe that has to do with your appetite. You're like, you're trying to get to dinner.
Let's get through 7 or 8 here, get into that post-game meal. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That's true. I guess you're the first one that gets to dive into that.
Theoretically, yeah. I mean, if I go in, it's usually arm care, and then I'll try and come back out for, the end of the game there. But, yeah. So
what's your earliest baseball memory? And this isn't necessarily playing. It can be watching or some sort of experience.
I mean, I remember my T-ball, what team I was on. I don't really, remember my first hit or anything like that. I think it was more just being out on the field and, getting to learn the game.
Do you remember the name of your first Little League team?
We were the Padres. Yeah.
The Padres.
Yeah,
those
great
early
team.
ones are just like always special. Like, I remember my first 2 were the Expos and the Mariners, and I was like an Expos and Mariners fan until I was like 11 because of that.
Who is a player that you grew up idolizing when you were a kid?
Kind of grew up as a two-way player, so I wasn't necessarily looking at the pitcher so much. I was excited to hit, right? I would say David Ortiz. I watched a lot of the Red Sox as a kid, and he was a guy that just always seemed so focused when he went into the batter's box. He's one of the most clutch hitters of the generation, and it was always fun watching him taking a bat in a big situation. So the way he could control a moment, I'd say that's something that I idolized as a kid.
That's like the perfect way to put it too, because and we have talked many times through these segments about how both Matt and I grew up Yankees fans, so neither one of us would agree with you with David Ortiz, but there was never, ever a moment that was too big for him. Like anytime he came up as a Yankees fan watching those games, especially those, those playoff battles in the early 2000s, it's like every single time you just knew, you had that feeling in your gut that he was going to kill you. And he did a lot of the time. And it's just amazing how he just, I don't know if that's obviously it's ability, but, you know, it's like ability, confidence, you know, and just kind of everything coming together. But he controlled every moment. I think that's a great way to put it.
So can idolizing, you know, being a pitcher now, and I know, you know, you're a two-way player as well, of course, back in the day, but being a pitcher now and idolizing and understanding these great hitters growing up, has that helped you at all today as a pitcher, as opposed to if you only looked at, you know, like the Mariano Riveras and such when you were younger?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think hitters have the most to learn from pitchers, and pitchers have the most to learn from hitters. I think for me, it was kind of understanding that at the end of the day, you just got to make your pitches. You know, once the ball leaves your hand, it's out of your hand. So just staying focused and doing your best to execute every pitch during a game. It's really all you can do. And I mean, watching those amazing hitters, it kind of humbles you that you have to make good pitches. So yeah, I think there's a lot to learn from both sides.
What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Ooh, that's a good one. My girlfriend's family on Christmas, they've been doing a live play, and each year everyone has a different role. So it's a pretty big one, pretty big tradition. Very nerve-wracking. If it's your first Christmas, you're going to have a solo. That didn't go over so well. It was all right.
Expand upon this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we're going to have some follow-up questions on this.
Yeah, so the play, you know, I think there's probably about 15 different roles. It's usually the younger kids and like the young adults, you know, costumes and props and all that. First year I had gone to their Christmas, it was me and my girlfriend Britt. We were Joseph and Mary, so that was a little nerve-wracking as well. And then the solo that they do, it was, I think I sung We Three Kings. I had one of the verses from that. The whole party's there. It's great. All sorts of caroling, live music. We have a wonderful a band, you know, family friends that come in and play. It's awesome.
Wow.
That sounds, this is like legit. Do they, I mean, if
That's
you like,
intense.
you know, you miss a line, do they like boo you off, or is there?
You know, I haven't seen it yet, but I wouldn't rule it out. I think more than anything, they want to see the effort, you know. If you're not singing loud enough, they'll let you know, but if you miss a note, they're not going to bury you for it.
Yeah,
So are they
that's
always
nice.
doing,
It is Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they always doing Christmas themed plays, or are you going to do like Wicked one year?
Ooh. I think we'd have to find a different holiday probably. Maybe Easter, you know, that would be an opportunity to mix something in, but yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
That's fun.
Yep.
All right, so a slightly different topic. What are your thoughts about pineapple on pizza?
To each their own. You know, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple on pizza, but I've definitely had pineapple on pizza. You know, I think some of my closest friends would describe me as like a garbage disposal. I'll eat pretty much anything. So, you know, pineapple on pizza is not going to stop me from having a slice. You know, that's my thought on it.
So you can't rule. Is there any topping that would ruin pizza for you that you would be like, I'm not doing that?
I think like anchovy. You know, I don't think I could venture out that far. Pretty much any veggie, fair game. Anchovy though, I don't think I could do that.
I don't think I would pick either one, but I might actually go anchovy over pineapple.
Wow,
I think
that's bold.
I don't know though, because I might have to be a game time decision.
I'd have to try it first, you know.
Yeah, I would too. But it also depends on where I am. Like, I don't know if I'd go anchovy over pineapple if I'm in like Nebraska, but if they're like fresh anchovies, it's a different story.
Yeah,
true. Very true. That's a good point.
Things to ponder.
Things to ponder. Well, we can talk about this next season anyway.
Yep.
So what's been the favorite moment of your career so far?
Being drafted was obviously very special. It was something that, you know, for a good part of my life, I didn't think was going to happen, and finally did. I was actually asleep at the time, believe it or not. And my girlfriend woke me up and got a call afterwards, and it was awesome. Special day. The AA debut last year, that was, one of my favorite games to look back on. Just the whole build up to that, the mess of travel and, flight delays and losing baggage. And, that was a pretty special one.
Tell us more about that in case people don't know, because we were in Midland. And so, I don't know if everybody, caught all the details, but we met you out there and it just was like this just train wreck of a trip out there for you, right?
Yeah. It was interesting. I mean, I had known a couple days before that I was going to be making the trip, so I was prepared for it, but got the first flight into Fort Worth, I think it was Dallas Fort Worth. And first flight got canceled, second flight got canceled. So I'm stuck there middle of the night, wondering, if I'm going to get like a Hertz rent-a-car and drive the extra 4 or 5 hours to Midland. I'm, just clueless as to what's going on here. Luckily found a flight a couple hours later. Got there early morning. I don't even think the rest of the team was there yet. I think I still managed to beat you guys there with the long bus travel. Didn't have really any of my baggage, just backpack. Woke up the next morning, went back to the airport. They only had one of my 2 bags. And luckily it was the one with my cleats and my glove and all that stuff in it. So good enough, got back in the Uber, went to the hotel, got ready for the game, and just went out there and tried to compete.
Yeah, and ended up throwing, 7 innings? 7 innings, 2 hits, something like that?
I think it was 8.
8 innings? Sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like dominant. You were at some crazy number of, it was like 56 pitches through 6 innings or just something crazy. And what I love too, the context of it, the Rockhounds had been in first place and that was the last day of the first half. And all they had to do was win to clinch the first half title. But you ended up, after this whirlwind trip, taking them out, all you have is your baseball bag, and you throw just an incredible start. They ended up losing. Amarillo won that night, and it ended up flipping the standings, and it cost them the first half. Which it was just one of those great stories that that kind of happened throughout the season.
Yeah, I heard it from a couple of their guys the next day about what are they going to do with all the champagne. I guess they had things kind of set up, and they were thinking they had it, but. Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. Now, did you know all of that was on the line? I mean, I know you were just trying to find your luggage.
Not really. Every game's a big game, so I just tried to treat it that way. But it's tough luck on their part, I guess.
That's great, man. Well, hey, you survived bird bites. We appreciate you joining us. It's always great to catch up with you, and certainly wish you and your girlfriend and your whole family out there in California the best through these kind of crazy times. And hopefully we can get you back on the mound soon.
I hope so too. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Good
Alex.
to see you guys.
Thanks, Alex.
Hey again, it's Matt Turrer, the Cardinals social media and PR guy. This week on Grounds Crew Yard Tips, presented by Ryan Lawn and Tree, Derek Edwards is going to talk to us about edging at the field and at your home. Enjoy.
One of the most critical field maintenance elements that we have to keep up on here at Hammons Field is our edges. That's our transition from the warning track to the grass and the infield dirt to the outfield grass. It's important to keep the dirt from getting into the grass and forming a lip, which will cause bad hops for the fielders. We want to make sure and keep those smooth as possible. One of the ways we do that is we use an edger to keep our edges clean. We run a string line to keep everything nice and straight. And it also gives the field an element of a pop, like when you first walk in and see the stripes, the edging also makes the field pop. This is also important at your home in terms of curb appeal. Keeping the curbs edged, your sidewalks edged, as well as the driveways will give your home a good, nice, clean cut look. The most common way to edge your curbs and driveways at home would be a stick edger with a blade. You can also, if you don't have one, you can use a weed eater. The stick edger works a little better if you have a lot of overgrowth. I would recommend edging every once a month to keep you from having a big mess to clean up. If you don't have an edger at home, you can rent one. You can actually get one similar to what we have that
you can, as a walk behind, and especially if you have a lot of overgrowth, that'll help clean those edges up real nice for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Time for Dan Ryder to give away more of his stuff. Dan joins us for Stuff Under Dan's Desk each week. For Dan's stuff, all you have to do is comment on this post or like this post right now, and we'll pick a winner and message the winner after the episode. So, without further ado, Dan Ryder. Well, time for really one of the most popular, I think it's safe to say, one of the most popular segments of our show. It is Stuff Under Dan's Desk with Vice President and General Manager Dan Ryder. Dan, before we find out what you've got to give away this week, third installment of the Great Southern Bank Free Community Fireworks Series was last night, and another terrific show here at Hammons Field.
It's such a great program. It's been so fun to bring my family out and the kids to see the fireworks. But my favorite part of actually all of it is when the fireworks are done and people start clapping. And to see the fact that so many people are so thankful to what Great Southern has been able to do with us, that payoff makes it worth it. And to me, just really shows that it's a great program. The Great Southern Bank Free Community Fireworks Shows. It's just such a great community program, and we're very proud to be involved with Great Southern to do it.
Yeah, it's like a little 7 to 10 minute window of normalcy and fun and a bit of an escape in a time when nothing is normal, as we talk to each other on Zoom and give away all of your stuff. So
yeah, I mean, it absolutely, it's about normalcy, and I think it makes you stop. You know, people aren't looking at phones; they're just enjoying it, and I think it definitely, this summer has been one of my favorite things to do this entire summer with my kids.
In addition to clearing out your office, which brings us to more stuff under your desk, not just clearing out your office, but getting rid of some really cool Cardinals items. So, what do you have for us this week?
Yeah, you know, by the way, the alternate title for this could have been How to Buy People's Love. So I can't get people giving them stuff. So this is how you buy love, by giving gifts. So Andrew, I'm going to ask a question to you because you don't know what I have underneath here. What activities that you enjoy doing at the summer at your home?
What are some activities I enjoy doing? Well, I really love doing yard work.
Okay.
Which is why I've just so enjoyed our Ryan Lawn and Tree Grounds Crew Yard Tips, because most of those questions they talk about I've struggled with.
So we'll stop right there. So that's a part of my gift then, is when you're done with yard work, there's nothing like a frosty cold beverage to make you feel better. So in order to make those frosty cold beverages stay cold, I have a pair of Nixon and Lindstrom Cardinals koozie. So we're going to help out with your outdoor activities at your house. What else do you enjoy? And something else for you.
Yeah, this is fun. You either know me really well or you're able to just adapt anything to what I'm going to say.
Yes and yes.
I love to read a book on the porch. We
got
love to
nothing
go
for
hiking.
Got nothing for that.
Okay.
No, at your house. You don't go hiking at your house. Come on.
No, we go hiking through the outdoors. That's one of my favorite parts of living in the Ozarks, is all the great state parks and local parks that we have and trails. So we try to get out and do that as much as we can. What else do I love to do in the summer? Normally, I love to be here talking about baseball.
At your house, the summer at your house.
At my house. Play a lot of fetch with Murph.
Okay.
A lot of dog walks.
I'm still hoping you get what I'm going for here. We'll see.
What do I love to do? I think I've exhausted my list.
There's no summer foods that you like to do more? Maybe outdoors?
Oh, sure. I love to grill.
That's why I have this.
Okay.
Set.
We got there.
See, one of my favorite activities in the summer is to grill, and this is a blast from the past that I remember when we gave these out. I was able to use it myself. I gave it to a friend that had a lake house to make sure that they always had some tongs and a flipper there. So we have this is a way old giveaway that I found underneath my desk, the Cardinals barbecue set. So I really wanted to get people excited to be outdoors with their Nixon and Lindstrom can koozies and the barbecue grill set from Bud Light.
Yeah, that is awesome. And both of those. Well, actually, I think I might have been here when we gave out the koozie, but the barbecue set definitely predated me. So I might be commenting on this post and liking this post to throw my name in the cap, because you're right, I do love to grill.
Good answer.
We just grilled yesterday. I love to do ribs, wings, chicken. Do you have like a go-to specialty on the grill?
No, actually, I like to challenge myself. I think that's my favorite go-to, is to try to do something different. I made up my favorite ever grilled chicken on the 4th of July with the new recipe. I've been doing a lot of corn on the cob that I actually put in aluminum foil with a little bit of butter and the seasonings on the corn. It's been fantastic. So I like to challenge myself and diversify on the grill.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay, so 2 Nixon and Lindstrom Cardinals koozies, and a Bud Light barbecue set, Springfield Cardinals, of course, as well. And as always, to enter to win Dan's stuff, all you have to do, comment right now or like the post, and we'll be reaching out to you and picking a winner here in the coming week and letting everybody know. So, Dan, as always, thank you for giving away your stuff and getting us ready for a summer cookout. What else you have?
You're not able to win. I heard you say that you may like it yourself. I'm just telling you right now, as an employee, you are not able to win. I would not do that to Cardinals fans. That's cheating, Andrew.
We can't talk about it?
Well, you can talk about it, but you can't win it.
Oh, I meant the 2 of us can't talk about it. And another we could work out, even if I grill you something?
Well, we talk about it during your review is when we talk about it. So I'm just gonna throw it out there right now.
Well, I think we're out of time. In all seriousness, it's been a lot of fun giving away all your stuff. And as always, we appreciate it, Dan.
All right. Thanks, Andrew. You have a good one.
Thanks. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Fly Together, brought to you by Most 529. A big thank you to all of our guests this week. Marty Zuniga from the Missouri Lottery joining us. Alex FaGalde was on for Bird Bites, brought to you by American National. Derek Edwards, of course, with this week's Ryan Lawn and Tree Grounds Crew Yard Tip. And Dan Ryder for giving away all of his stuff as well. Our production team all along has been Ken Shelton, TJ Patton, Regina Norris, and Matt Turr. I'm Andrew Buchbinder. Thank you again for joining us throughout Fly Together, throughout all of our 13 episodes. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon.